Hey there, welcome to this week's Member Spotlight. Every Monday morning, I have the wonderful honour of interviewing one of our amazing HerBusiness Network members. And the good news for you is that not only do you get to go behind the scenes of another businesswoman's business and who she's serving and how she's doing it, but also each one of my guests comes with their very own tips that they pass on to you that you can use inside of your business and inside of your life. Hope you've had a great weekend. It's the 1st of February. I can hardly believe it. I don't know what happened to January, but I know for many of you, especially those with school-age children, business has just opened up for you and you're just getting your head back into it. For others, you've been on the go. You know, there was a little blip at the beginning of the year, a little break, and now it's full tilt into the new year. So whatever you're working on, I want to say thank you so much for being here with us, whether you're going to be here with us live, as I see a couple of you are, or whether you're watching the replay. So here's what I want you to know. I want to tell you a little bit about my special guest today. She is a member of the HerBusiness Network, which is our premium community for women business owners who are looking to grow and scale their business and create more of a sustainable business, whether it's a solopreneur business with 1 or 2 team members, or a micropreneur business where you're growing a team, or a larger business. Each of these women is looking to create a better version of that business for themselves, a type of business that gives them the income they want, it gives them the results they want, it allows them to make impact in the community, and that's what's available inside the HerBusiness Network. So this is one of our awesome members. Her name is Helen Ronnenbergh, and she helps women in their 50s. And these are women who are specifically suffering with chronic back pain. So she helps them get to the other side of that. She's going to tell us a little more about that. Let's go ahead and bring her on. Hello, Helen.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Susie.
Hi, wonderful to have you here. Now, I said that you work with women who are in their 50s who are suffering from back pain. As someone who's only hasn't had back pain for many, many years, I do remember how debilitating it was when I did have. But tell us a little more. Tell us about your business and what you do and who you serve.
Okay, so basically the block therapy is to help people to reduce chronic pain, and it's an alternative to the methods out there that we currently have to serving you. It's a home-based business therapy, so that's what you would do it in the comfort of your own home.
So tell us about who your ideal client is.
So my ideal client is someone in their 50s. They've always looked after themselves and been pretty good about how they eat and they exercise, but they hit 50 and everything just seems to have fallen apart. They have aches and pains, and it's almost like the life that they had in front of a desk has kind of like caught up with them, and now they really struggle to get out of bed. They've got this, weight that's just come from nowhere, and they know that 60 is fast approaching, and if they don't do something now, because what they have done in the past is not working anymore, 60 is going to come and they're just going to feel a lot older than what they should be at 60.
Right. And so the pain, is it usually chronic at this stage?
It's chronic pain, yes. Yeah, right. Definitely chronic pain.
And so that's what's usually going on with them when they come looking for therapy, like the type of therapy that you provide?
Yes.
Is it they're in acute pain usually?
No, it's not normally acute pain. It's normally that lingering pain that you've almost learned to live with. So I know for myself, I went to block therapy for something totally different, and then realized when I didn't have the pain that I'd lived with for a very long time, and it just got steadily worse over time. And, when I turned 50, everything kind of fell apart for me. So, and you then realize that you don't have to live with chronic pain. So chronic pain is really that stuff. It's not like, you have acute pain when you break your leg or you bump yourself hard. That's acute pain. But chronic pain is something that's just always lingering. It comes and goes. It's like that horrible friend that you really don't want to have in your circle, but you just don't know how to get rid of them.
Now, you've mentioned twice block therapy, but we haven't told people what it is. So tell us a little bit about what block therapy is.
So block therapy works on your fascia system. So the cause of most of our pain, and this is chronic pain, is a blockage of blood and oxygen to our cells. And this is caused by adhesions in our fascia system. Now, the study of fascia hasn't been around very long. It's probably about 15 to 18 years that the medical profession have really started looking at fascia and its importance in our whole well-being. So what happens is when we have these adhesions, and we get adhesions from, bending over in bad posture over our desks all the time, through injuries and operations that we might have, surgeries and that kind of stuff. All those adhesions then start to form. It then pulls our body out of alignment. And once that starts happening, it's just this, the snowflake that just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, gets bigger and bigger. So with block therapy, we release these adhesions so that blood and oxygen can flow through our bodies again. Because our bodies are actually quite amazing. If we have blood and oxygen feeding every cell, our cells actually know what they need to take from the blood and from the oxygen to heal themselves. And that's essentially what block therapy is. You do it in the comfort of your home.
I love it. Now, there is advice that you're giving women who are, they're in pain, they're immobile, their bodies aren't responding the way that they would like them to. Give us an idea of the pieces of advice that you find yourself typically giving your clients that might be of benefit to the women who are here watching.
Yeah, so a lot of the times it's about alignment. So we get into chronic pain because our bodies are misaligned. So what happens is we live in a right-handed, well, most of us are right-handed. So we're using our right side of our body a lot. So everything that we're doing with our right. So we're compressing into that right side, and then the left side is trying to bring us back. And that's where the fascia starts to build up. It's almost like if you have the wheels of your car, if they're misaligned, right? If you don't get them aligned, eventually the car will just start, not working as correctly as what it should. And, you could actually have an accident if you haven't got proper aligned wheels. And our bodies are in exactly the same way. In fact, I think now our Fitbits and things like that actually count our steps and see how we're walking and how misaligned we are in our walking, because it is so important to have an aligned body. So one of the things is not to exercise yourself healthy. And that's, a lot of us that's where we come from, is that we have to be aligned that we have to exercise to be in shape. And a lot of the times it's really about being aligned properly. And once you're aligned properly, then everything else starts to fall in place.
Got it. Now, I've heard you say having a healthy body isn't about beating it into shape. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that goes into, when we are in alignment, and we get ourselves into alignment through releasing the adhesions, because our bodies are being pulled by our fascia. Now, fascia has got an internal force of 2,000 pounds per square inch. Now, if you think about a tire, that gets blown to about 35 psi or pounds per square inch. So the internal pressure of our bodies is so great, and that's the fascia pulling us one side to try and keep us upright, because we keep going to our right the whole time.
Got it.
So once we're in alignment, then we can start exercising and we'll get into shape much easier.
Got it. And why do you say that pain is your friend?
So this is such a controversial one, because a lot of, in society, we have pain. So the first thing we do is we reach for a painkiller to stop the pain. But the pain is actually telling us that there is an adhesion or a blockage in our flow. So in block therapy, we use the pain, which is there, whether we can feel it or not, to guide us into where the adhesions are. And once we've released that adhesion, the pain goes. So it almost becomes our roadmap to finding the adhesions in our body, so that we can create flow again.
It's a trigger that alerts us that, there's something that needs to be attended to, by the sound of it. And now let's talk about breathing very quickly. You said that exhalation is the most important part of breathing. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so what what most of us have been told before is that you have to breathe deeply. And a lot of people, we breathe from our chest because we've just lost that ability to breathe diaphragmatically. And that basically means we are using our diaphragm to move. Now, our diaphragm goes from left to right underneath our rib, just underneath our rib cage, under our lungs. So when we're breathing in, our diaphragm goes down, which is easy for us, and that should be pushing our belly out. But when we exhaling, that's the harder part of the breath. We are actually pulling our diaphragm against gravity. So what a lot of us are doing is we're breathing in deeply, but then we're not exhaling fully. So it's almost like you just keep putting clean stuff in, but you're not taking the dirty stuff out. And we need to have that exhalation to get rid of all the toxins and the byproducts of functioning.
Wow. Okay. Sounds like there's quite a bit to it. We've popped your URL here on the screen where people can learn more about Block Therapy Bliss. And in just a moment, we're going to talk a little more about how specifically Helen works with her clients and the types of products and services, especially if you or someone you love is having this ongoing pain. Know that there's a solution and that we have someone here whose expertise it is to help people in this way. You've been a part of the HerBusiness Network for how long now, Helen?
Since November, so not all that long.
Since November, not all that long, but have become really quite engaged in the community and participating in the community. Tell us a little bit about what aspects of the network you've been able to access so far that's really helped your business.
One of the greatest things that I really love about her business is that we have those growth zones. It is so great to have them because it helps you to concentrate on the specific part of your business, which we don't necessarily do. So it's almost, it keeps you accountable to do what is important to build your business that we often forget about.
I love that you said that. And to those watching, inside of the HerBusiness, we speak about the HerBusiness growth zones. And these are areas of business that any successful business, whether it's a one-person operation or a 100-person operation, has in place. And as small business owners, often we focus on the things that we're good at or the things we struggle with. So I need more clients, I'll focus on marketing. Or the numbers aren't looking good, maybe I should learn something about numbers. But inside of HerBusiness, these growth zones that Helen's talking about, every single month we dive into a different area of business, whether it's systems or planning or technology or people or money or sales and marketing or mindset, which we call the U growth zone. And we make progress on those areas because, like Helen said, we can be so focused on one area of the business, but say you're focused on your marketing. Now, suddenly your marketing's working. Now you need to understand how to leverage that. You might need to understand technology, or you might need people to help you do that. So I'm so glad because it is the 1st of February as we're recording, and we've just released the February Growth Guide. So any other benefits that you've seen so far of being part of the HerBusiness Network?
One of the other ones is the speak up, when we have the opportunity to actually share with everybody what our offers are and what our products are. And I've actually got 2 clients from that as well, just saying and also with our connection statement, to be able to hone that has been very valuable, and, just getting it out there as well.
I love that. And I love that you've had 2 clients. You've been a member for 2 months. You've got 2 clients. That's certainly a good return on your investment of the membership. And the connection statement, which Helen mentioned, this is our way that inside of the HerBusiness Network, we teach you how to talk about your business so that you don't feel like you're rambling or you don't feel like you're being salesy or pushy, but that you tell us exactly who you serve, the pain or problem you solve, what it is that you sell so that you can sell more of it, and how you deliver those results. Anything else that you want to say about your membership and the benefits of being part of the HerBusiness Network?
Oh, just one more thing, and it's just so great that when we have the monthly meetings, the roundup, and that we can then help other people in the community with, maybe we've had similar problems, and I had a problem that one of the other people had in the little groups that we got into. So just connecting with them and helping them with, suggestions on how we've solved that problem was really great. And I really enjoyed having that connection with other business owners.
I love that, because as business owners, we don't want random answers. We want answers from people who are, like you said, they're going through the same thing. They're trying Facebook ads, they're running a challenge, they're hiring staff, they're putting together a new logo. And having those like-minded women who are all growing and scaling their business makes for much better answers and advice. Thank you for that. And I love seeing you get involved. And, there's opportunities always to show up and speak up. But you said yes to being here on this live. You said yes to showing up to the monthly events. And, as you can see, that's already started to lead to you becoming known, liked, and trusted for the things that you can do and bring to our community. So I want to say thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. So if I'm going to put your website up here, if people want to learn more, tell us a little bit about the products and services that are available to work with you.
Okay, so block therapy is a meditation, an exercise, and a therapy all in one. So it was created by Deanna Hansen, who's an athletics therapist. She's in Canada. So I'm the first one in Australia to bring block therapy to Australia, which I'm very proud and happy and honoured to do that for the block therapy community and everybody in Australia. So our programs are online. So what you can do, you can either just decide that you want to do it on your own and you just purchase the starter program, but you then also have the Facebook community where you get 24/7 support from myself and all the other instructors around the world. And then the other part is that you can have a little bit of help from me, or you can have heaps of help where we go through, assess where all your adhesions are in the most effective way that you can go through and get your adhesions released, and the benefit of, not having to live with chronic pain anymore.
I love it. And so head on over to the website, and I haven't been across there this morning. Is there something particular you want us to click on or look at when we get there?
Well, last month we did the lead magnet. So I have finished my lead magnet, and it goes into a lot more detail on fascia and its role in chronic pain. So I have a beautiful ebook that I've written for everyone. So that's on the website if you want to grab that and learn more about fascia and how it can help you be better and healthier.
I love that. And I love that you created your lead magnet. So for those watching, last month our focus was on sales and marketing, and we were specifically talking about generating more leads and creating lead magnets. And so congratulations on implementing that, and I look forward to seeing how your email list grows as a result. But it sounds a really valuable download. So you get that across at blocktherapybliss.com. Helen, thank you so much for joining me today. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with?
That's all. And thank you very much, Susie, for having me on, and for HerBusiness. It's really been so instrumental in me getting my stuff together so that I can, start building my business. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That is the lovely Helen Ronnenbergh. She is the very first in the country, as she said, to introduce us to block therapy and the benefits that can provide for those of you who have chronic back pain. I'm fascinated by the body. I know nothing in that area, but I do know that anytime, and as I said, I have felt back pain, how debilitating it can be. It messes with your mind. And so with so many of us sitting at our desk for so long, it's not uncommon for this sort of thing to show up. So you have some support available there right at blocktherapybliss.com. A couple of things I want to pick up that Helen talked about. One is inside of the HerBusiness Network, we do focus on how to grow and scale your business by having you get better, more masterful at different areas of business, whether it's sales and marketing, whether it's developing your lead magnets, whether it's bringing on team. This month through February, we are focused on people. And so our members are going to be focusing on the people that help them run their business. So whether that's a virtual assistant, whether you have team members, whether it's having better suppliers and contractors, whether it's getting a bookkeeper so that you're not having to do the finances, or if you're in a larger business, maybe it's building that middle layer of a second in charge so that you are not the bottleneck inside of your business. So team, people, very important to any growing business, even if it's you on your own. If you're tinkering behind the scenes on a website and you are not a website developer, that is probably not the best use of your time. So this month we're looking at what are the things we're ready to let go of? How do we start to outsource or hire new people? And then if we already have team, how do we keep them motivated and really supporting us in growing our business and getting our goals? Now, the doors to the Her Business Network are closed most of the year. We are opening the doors for just a few days in March. So if you would like to be on the list to get an invitation when we go ahead and get started, head on over to herbusinessnetwork.com and request your invitation. Then when we're about to open the doors, you'll be one of the first to go ahead and get an invitation to join us. Thanks again to Helen. Go ahead and look up her website. I'll see you back here very, very soon with another member spotlight. If you've got any questions at all, go ahead and drop them below.